Hey everybody, you're watching Go Geronimo, and I have no idea if this is the start of a video or if it's something I'm going to throw in with something else, so I don't know. So if this seems kind of weird to be in a certain place of video, then I don't know what to tell you. So I just want to put this out. This is an experience that I'm sharing with you. Although you can learn some stuff from it, maybe what not to do, maybe what works. We have yet to see. It's all going down on video, break or bow. But it's not really meant as a tutorial per se. Just wanted to put that out. So I spoke with Jesssie Garcia pretty in length yesterday, and I got actually a little bit of a Q&A going in which he let me record. So that's going to be awesome. We'll maybe put some video clips together or some still frame pictures or something while we play an audio with his answers and stuff. But in any case, I was concerned about knots. Not all my bows. I've done maybe one or two stave bows. It was hickory, and they were pretty straightforward, straight grain, no curves, no knots, nothing like that. They were real easy. This Osage, or any Osage for that matter, I've never done before. This is a learning thing for me. And so the knots, and I've heard before when I used to watch other people's videos or go on those, what is that called? Forums. I seem to remember the phrase, leave the knots alone. So I'm taking it literally. I'm not touching them. And if you've seen the other videos, it took me a really long time to get to this point. It has. But yesterday, I'm pretty sure I understand what I'm supposed to be doing. You chase the ring and leave the knots alone at that point. Then you go back and you essentially chase the ring on the knot until you get to that ring that you've already established. And you pretty much bring down the knot as far as you can get it. It's going to be a little bit of a bump there or something like that, but you get down. He said, stop being a sissy. Alright? I'm just kidding, he didn't say that. But, yeah, he said, get down there. Don't worry about it. Get down there. So I did. I'm finally down there. And now, possibly the most crucial aspect of this is I'm going to draw my plan down. I have no dimensions. That's right. I have no plan as of yet. The plan is going to be in this, some tape. I even brought some measuring tape, measures, all kinds of stuff. And we're going to plan this out on a whim. In the theory that I believe, there's certain things a bowyer starts to figure out as he breaks bows, and because even Jesse says a good bowyer learns by breaking bows. The more you make, the more you break, the more you learn, the less you break. So I have specific things, like if it's a real short bow, I'm probably going to make wide rims and wide limbs mostly throughout, with taper at the end. If it's a longer bow, they don't have to be as wide. In fact, the more wide at the base, the more rigid it's possible, closer to the handle, you're going to have to work out later. I believe as long as I can put a good theoretic drawing on here, the big part is on the tillering. You can go with the will of the bow on the tillering tree. So that is why I decided, and we're going to have some fun with this. It's not going to be that fun, and I hope I don't bore you too much. But we're going to start drawing some stuff on here, and I'll tell you why I thought it was a good idea. How about that? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright. I got the whole bow marked up. There's a couple places. You're going to need a little bit more work than others. The limb's pretty thick. Oh, I missed a spot. The limb's pretty thick here. But like I said, we're going big first. Follow this. There's a little bit of a sway there. Okay, we're going to follow the big one first, and then later on we're going to shrink it. Right here, getting really close to this knot right here. It's going to really suck. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do when we get to that point. Then we have another knot right here that we're going to have to navigate, and then another knot right here. The reason why I wanted it to incorporate those also is because I just wanted a longer bow. I didn't want like a 50-inch or something like that. I wanted something with good limb movement. So we're gonna take that wood off. Well, I have taken the extra wood off to where I'm going to actually start shaping this bow. And I was telling you earlier, I was worried about a couple of knots. Going to work on those first, see if they were something I could work with, or if I ultimately had to shorten this bow or something. But one. That sucked. Alright, I'm thinking good. Is that still on me? No. Alright, so I've taken the wood off as far as I'm going to go before I start actually really shaping this bow. And I told you there were a couple of areas that I was concerned with. We're going to start there and then see if those areas will be okay, because they're not, so I wasn't sure what they were doing inside the wood, because everyone who's worked with bows knows you can be as meticulous as you can in looking at the right stave or the right cut wood to make your bow, but you never know what's inside. For the most part, all of those knots were perfect to keep into the stave, except for one. Let's look at it real quick. There were a couple of things before I get into that. that I was trying to think of how I can still use it as a working limb. And in fact, I had no question it was going to be a working limb if it was going to be a limb any at all. So I asked Jesse, sent a picture over there to him on Facebook, and asked him what he thought about this and what I might do. Because it was a weird place of this knot that it was some on the belly, some on the side. And he said anything on the sides, no go. So let's look at it. Alright, so this is the knot that was in question. And my hopes were that it was going to go straight through. And it didn't. Came out the side. So that's what we're looking at now. I'm sorry, it's bad lighting right now. But that's what we're looking at. Let's see if I can change the lighting. No, I can't. But see, it's kind of on the belly and kind of on the side. Has enough here, you know, where it's questionable if I could even, you know, bring it back there and still have the wood enough that I need for the limb to be okay. But Jesse, and I'll show you the conversation we had over Facebook. Came, and this is why he's awesome. He's the chief. I call him the chief. He said, why don't you make it a static limb? So this is about 5 inches is where this knot is. He said about 7 or 8 inches, make that portion static. And I was like, Well, I've never done a static limb either. There's a lot of never dones on this build. And I am really excited about it, actually. I've thought about it, but now I'm going to implement it. So cross your fingers, guys. Now, there's a couple of other things that, let's see, there were other limb spots here that I had to work. I think there was a knot here, and I cleared it. It looks as though it's going to be just fine. Bad lighting. Let's get in the light some. So if you want to see again, that's the knot that we were talking about. Here we go. There's where the knot is. Here's the new spot that I was showing you. Yes, right there. Cleared that knot. It's totally fine. Now let's see, where else? Where else? I'm going to come down to the other side. There was a knot here as well. It finally did clear. Took a lot of meat out of it, but that has enough space where I'm pretty sure that's going to be just fine. Okay, now this one. This is the only knot that did exactly what it was supposed to do. Passed right through to the back. Bam! Alright. So, that's that. Alright, so I'm going to continue using this spindle sander, osculating spindle sander, Harbor Freight, to clean it up. I'm going to clean it up, and then we're going to do some more planning. I'm going to do some more planning. I got a new type of limb that I'm going to do, static limb, so that's going to take a little bit. Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm planning on with the design of this bow, since it's going to be a new design that I'm going to be making. It's going to be like a static limb and everything. I'm going to have to take into consideration some things and plan it out in my head. But this bow wheel is kind of in honor of Jesssie Garcia. He likes to talk about this bow that he has. A snake bow, I think it's 50 inches knock to knock, 52 overall. That the strings come down center with the area where you knock the bow. So that's all you really need on a self bow. You don't need to necessarily straighten limbs as much as people do. And he says a center shot that's key. It's a magic bow. It does exactly what he wills it to. Shoots where he wants it. It's a good bow. So in honor of his of him, I'm going to be trying to keep as much of the characteristics as I can of this bow, like everything that makes it unique, as long as it's not affecting the work, I guess you'd say, of the bow. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. But any straightening I'm gonna do is just make sure that string goes over the place where the arrow rests. Alright. Well, thanks for watching this video. We're going to continue. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Alright. GoGeronimo.com. It's going to be, I'm hoping to do like a store grand opening maybe in January, sometime like that. But right now you can still find my stuff on Etsy. I haven't been able to move the stuff over. I have been able to enter a shop into my website. And I have been able to make it a secure website for those who are purchasing on it. But I haven't gotten much further. So, that's in the making. Click like, subscribe, share my videos to others. People want to know.